So, Herta und Screwllum machen gerade ihr Ding, indem sie selber in Amphoreus in die Tiefen steigen. Ich will mal eine Sache, will ich mir angucken. Haben wir nicht... Aber wir haben dieses Buch leider nicht mehr so... Doch, hier, die Pfade. Ah, genau, das wollte ich mir angucken. Aber die Pfade sind ja alle schon durch. Ach so, okay, so haben die es gelöst. Dass die Pfade halt durch sind, aber eigentlich auch nicht. Ich dachte, die leuchten halt erst auf, wenn sie vorgelesen worden sind. Aber scheinbar nicht. So, dann hören wir uns mal hier noch eine Geschichte mindestens an.
Before arriving at Amphoreus, our last stop was Dan Heng's homeland, a place called Xianzhou.
Xianzhou is just a general term. This starship is called the Law Fu.
Wo ist das? Ich habe das nämlich auch nicht kapiert am
I
Anfang.
had some wonderful times there practicing swordplay.
Das weiß ich
By
noch.
the way, which is stronger, the bow or the sword?
I'd say the sword. It can cleave a mountain in half.
You've been watching too many Immersia.
I've been working my butt off just to avoid using a bow.
Come on, let's become weapon masters together.
To master a skill, one must first find a mentor. And I ended up with 2 of them. So, sometimes I run laps, sometimes I lift weights, and sometimes I do both at the same time.
Beides zur gleichen Zeit? Ich weiß ja nicht.
Looking back now, those days were really fulfilling.
No pain, no gain. Am I right?
Between sword practice sessions, I occasionally hit up the food stalls in Arum Alley.
Genau, immer schön essen.
Recharge with some delicious eats. Oh, Master Yun Li was right. These berry pheasant skewers are absolutely delicious.
No.
Hard work pays off. This girl's been up at the crack of dawn every day, and finally defeated countless formidable foes.
I can testify. March really did defeat countless training dummies.
Those wooden dummies aren't exactly easy to break. It takes real skill.
Echt mal.
Every hero's story needs a villain. And when it comes to the great heroine March 7th's nemesis,
Gott.
it's definitely gotta be Scott.
Gott.
Rather than a freight skiff, maybe an IPC eco ship would suit him better?
Ugh, why?
After all, he's got a knack for talking like animals.
Oh Mann, wer kennt nicht
During the
Scott?
decisive battle, I defeated Scott with my epic move, Star Shatter Shard Supreme.
Did you actually master that move?
Well, naming moves doesn't cost anything. There's still some space left, and I just happened to find a nice photo.
No.
The floor is yours, Master Dan Heng.
Don't be ridiculous. It's clearly Dan Heng's brother here.
As I thought, March has some hidden powers there too.
Was zum... Hä? Das ist ja ridiculous. Das ist doch totale Banana. Was? Und dann bin ich die Unvernünftige hier. Das ist die Trailblazerin immer die Blödsinn erzählt. Willst du mir das erzählen? Laber nicht. Naja. Wenn ihr meint. Aber zurück zu unseren zwei Genies. Wir machen hier Dinge. Mach die Barriere auf, please. Lass uns rein. Sind wir hier bei Daft Punk?
Almost no response.
Oh
Just
shit.
disappeared.
Wir brauchen noch
Not
mehr
promising.
davon.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic
Zwei
says we'll
weitere
need multiple
suchen.
terminals to
Okay.
coordinate the strike.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all record, but I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one Stellaron.
Exactly.
Oh mein Gott.
Xander blew one up just to clean the entire scepter system.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it at all. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So
Okay,
he tried to
ja.
erase every trace. But he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphoreus, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
Vielleicht, weil es
You
kaputt
said the
ist.
Demiurge left a trace,
Ja, wie konnte ich?
right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the nameless Titan?
Wo soll ich denn hin? Boah. So, ich war noch nicht ganz oben. Okay. Sind die Monster? Kann gar nicht. Ich kann nicht schießen. Was ist denn das? Warte, ich bin zu. Ich bin doch. Wow. Ein zweiter Anlauf notwendig. Ja? Wahnsinn. Ich wollte gar nicht. Ich will hier raus. Lass mich mal raus hier. Ich wollte noch nicht ins Raumschiff. Hier sind doch Kisten und sowas.
Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Affiliate 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphoreus' extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th forgotten Titan, the one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the scepter.
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it.
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
Ja, wir sind ja auch noch nicht fertig
And
hier,
that's the
ne?
key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite.
Ja, aber nicht, weiß ich nicht. Das ist doch alles seltsam. Wir gehen einfach weiter. Ist sowieso
So
die
we have to
Mission.
assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
The truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Timed.
Time to fact.
Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat. yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
Ich überlege gerade, wo uns das hinführt. Wenn ich solche Dinge mache. Ja, nicht. Kann ja nicht stimmen. Der Große muss woanders hin. Ja, dann fast da. Vielleicht liegt es an dem Großen. Muss mal gucken, wo der Große eigentlich hin soll. Was, wenn der Große oben hin muss? Dann macht das aber wieder keinen Sinn. Na, weißt du was? Ich teste das trotzdem. Das ist der eine kleine. Oh, hä? Waren hier nicht... Oh. Hä? Wir haben einfach 4. Na toll, oder? Hä? Blödsinn. Funktioniert das aber auch nicht. Oder? So vielleicht, aber dann wiederum... Ja, so funktioniert das auch nicht. Ich hab's.
All right, let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Ja, gleich. Warte nur eine kleine Minute. Ich muss mal kurz alles abgehen. Seitdem habe ich hier eine Abstimmung zu laufen. Nee, hier ist nichts. Super icy. Nee, hier ist sonst nichts. Dann lass uns wieder weiterfliegen. Bin gerade richtig abgegangen hier. Waren wir da nicht schon? Kommt nur mir so vor, wa? Wünschte, das Gerät könnte einfach auch schießen, damit wir schon Feinde wegballern könnten. Tja, mal gucken, wo es hingeht. Baller rein. Aber ich merke, Internet ist wieder lustig funny. Genau jetzt, nicht wundern.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition declining. The destruction surging. The remembrance 0.
What's going on?
Cause unknown.
Vielleicht wurden wir auch in das Licht geführt.
Within the real matrix.
Ah. Die war immer nur in
Could
im
it be that the
Programm.
Era Nova exhausted all of the remembrance's texture? Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting.
Aber irgendwas sehr Seltsames passiert hier. Und ich finde es witzig, dass sie das noch nicht ganz so checken. Was ja eigentlich passiert. Also ich könnte ja eigentlich auch...
Watch this magic trick.
Nein. Die könnte ja eigentlich auch so rumlaufen. Dann sind wir zumindest ein Charakter gerade. Denn ja, ich bin ja Herta. Herta geht das hier nicht. Oh, warte, das ist ein Käfer, Käfer, Käfer. Komm. Vielleicht war bei dem anderen auch noch ein Käfer. Oh, sheesh. Der Hundi will mich fressen. Rennt der noch hinter mir her?
You want this? Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
Also rein da. Hey, da öffnet sich ein krasses Stargate. Uiuiuiui. Wird richtig reingebuddert. Scheiße. Okay. Boah, rein da.
Wider than I thought. I was expecting a full-on aerial brawl.
It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh?
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the exo-myth.
Eieiei. Oh shit, was passiert da? Komm runter hier. Einmal landen, das ist eine Truhe, ich sehe sie. Oh shit, vielleicht wurden wir in der Falle gejagt, gelockt.
Oh.
Aha. Nee, so funktioniert das hier nicht. Ach, was soll denn das wieder hier? Oh, ich hätte das. Ich muss doch einfach nur nachdenken. So. Nee, das war doof. Das war nicht der Weg. Habe ich doch eben schon probiert. Ja, was mache ich denn hier? Na, so hat das nicht funktioniert. Termin, ja. Ich überlege gerade, was das macht. Wir müssen ja hier lang. Es muss doch einfacher gehen. Nee, er muss einfach zum Schluss auf dem anderen landen. Muss zum Schluss aus. Jetzt kommen. Okay, zuerst musst du dahin. Dann nochmal hier hin und dann da. Shit. Oh Scheiße, wie ist das denn passiert? Komm schon. Und wenn ich ihn... das... Oh. Das macht... Oh, das macht... krass Sinn. Das ist einfacher als gedacht. Oh mein Gott. Warum ist mir das nicht gleich eingefallen? Doch total nonnig. Boah, das wird jetzt spannend. 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 Wo muss ich lang? Da oben. Ja, stimmt. So, mal gucken, was da los ist. Oh, scheiße, das ist eine riesige Tür. Obwohl aber nicht durch, war.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place?
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties,
Oh,
this is the
vielleicht
entrance to the exomyth.
der richtige
Didn't
Eingang.
expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set.
No.
Conclusion. Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
Es sei denn, er mercht selber mit dem
So now he's
mit
a
dem
specter,
Monster.
literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure, I want to see this for myself.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost a matchup.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor is in place. Proceed when ready.
Ja, ich bin noch nicht fertig. Komm, gib mir den Nymphkäfer, danke. Gib mir den Käfer. Ich will Käfer. Rein da. Oh, wir sind da. Ja, aber dann wiederum.
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology.
It's his domain. Stay.
Stay alert. Stay alert. Stay alert.
Cheap trick.
The spatial field here is undergoing
We're back.
reverse engineering complete. The results are not what I expected. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The
Was?
chronocognitive
sich
anchor
selber
can't get a
aufgespannt?
fix because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists. Our navigation target is a null set.
Er hat sich rausgesetzt, damit wir ihn nicht
So
tracken können.
he's stopped resisting?
Nee.
Before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for
To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
Ah. Okay. Dann werden wir ihn irgendwo finden. Keine Ahnung wo. Aber wird schon.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for the Demiurge.
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old Intellitron dig his own grave. Just...
Eieiei, er will sich selber finden. Und dann
To
finden wir
be in the
ihn.
purest light is to be in the purest dark.
The Scepter's main frame. Or maybe we should now call it the Lord Ravager's placenta.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat?
Oh mein
Would you
Gott.
guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now, choosing to act even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time.
Okay, die
Yet
Sonne.
they were mistaken for someone else.
Huh?
That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago.
Huh?
But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice
Oh
them.
nein, erzähl nicht.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the
Nicht
battle at all.
Cyrene.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone he talked about.
Oh, nicht, dass Cyrene die Person ist. Ich meine, das würde Sinn machen. Ich meine, das macht Sinn. Auch Elysia war ja die 13. Oh, falsch. Auch Elysia war ja Nummer 13. Also, das macht schon Sinn, ja. Boah, voll ins All. Und Cyrene kann auch die 13 sein. Das wäre jetzt meine Theorie. Oh shit, hier sind wir. Aber sind wir wirklich schon da? Okay, let's land. Und here we are.
Looks like you were right.
Was meinst du? Cyrene ist die 13, aber das macht halt Sinn. In Honkai Impact war Elysia, die quasi
You
Cyrene
want
ist,
this?
auch die 13.
Take it and amuse yourself.
Oh shit. Da ist ja sein Kopf.
Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
My belated greeting. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded to my final word.
Oh no.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Ich meine, hat sich doch 100-mal selber den Kopf abgeschlagen.
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait But I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of
Cyrene.
Amphoreus's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphoreus's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphoreus's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no
Aber
matter
es
the
ist
cost.
passiert.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy. Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with Amphoreus's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the demiurge is.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here.
Dann wiederum, ich meine, ich denke, es Cyrene ist es, aber dann wiederum war sie am Anfang einfach die mit Dings zusammen, mit Einern.
As we reveal the truth behind Filius 093's disappearance.
Oh, es ist wirklich Cyrene.
By the remembrance.
Hä?
Where should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend.
Hä? Aber sie war doch am Anfang dabei.
The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphoreus, and time became its branches and leaves. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well.
Genau.
On a very ordinary early morning, beneath the village's biggest tree, the daughter of Idi Silicii quietly came into this world.
Sag ich ja. Das sag ich ja.
What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the
I
world.
mean, wenn sie halt schon früher dahin gekommen ist.
The prophecy's fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears, she was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. This page concluded in laughter. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Orynyx.
Speichern.
Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by, in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella songs.
Bilder zeugen. Memi.
But the name Idi Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods.
Oh no. Nicht die Sorgen der
My
Götter.
childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? That's because the world was gentle to me. So I grew up to be gentle as well.
fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger and bigger, and to go to places far away, just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal hometown. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me say this sentence a lot of times. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? Then let's get started. The hero's journey crosses through the long night, through tears and laughter, and once again,
Analyse, Bild erzeugen. Unter, speichern.
Correction. Philia 093's record, number 496. Archived.
Eisengrab, Laufzeitfehler, Eisengrab, Programm, Demiurge, Schreibzugriff, erlauben. Und so hat sich das Programm selber ins Leben gerufen.
Hi. Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 093.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Und irgendwann kam sie nicht mehr.
Formatting complete. 0. Nice size. Grayscale. Purport outputting analysis result.
Philia 09. Peaches record. Number.
Peaches. Peaches, 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 Peaches. Okay, es geht weiter. Auszug.
Query. Record.
Electrical signal sequence. Bolamos 600. Track.
Holy mouse.
Strife.
Related to. Stripe. Comment. Pretty.
Electrical signal sequence. Schema 720. Track. Reason.
Related to. Raisin. Comment. Yummy.
Electrical signal sequence. Philia 093.
Related to. Love.
Oh. Ist das schon wieder die Botin der Liebe im Spiel? Laufzeitfehler. Neuwertraum.
Formatting progress 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting. Conclusion. Progress. Bad. Peach. Don't cry.
Process error. Process error.
Comment. I'm here.
Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Record. Peach doesn't like tears. I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. When I was hiding alone next to the tree hollow and wiping my tears away, a little fairy popped out, just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow, where, to my surprise, was a forest. Let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in Ide Silicii's forests. Their names can be connected into a song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Okay.
Formatting complete.
By Peach. Note. Little Peach. Crying alone. Little fairies. Friends. Peach. Memory. Saved.
Ay, 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 ay.
Little fairies. Good friends.
Oh. System. Ausnahmefehler. Eine neue Lehre. Auszug. Oh, was ist denn hier los?
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very
Oh
moment.
no.
Shh. You speak. I listen. This time, too. Sitting together.
Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental.
Peach. Strange. Why unhappy?
Formatting progress 73 point.
I'm here. Don't be scared.
Process error. Analyze.
Won't allow it to interrupt you.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Blank spaces. What's that?
I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Now I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Oh mein Gott.
Peach left.
If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Needs new blanks. Next, Cyrene has blank space. Oh, Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you find blank space. Cyrene is Peach, is love. So, first there is love, then there is Cyrene, then there is blank space. Query, love.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotion.
Consciousness, emotions, feel sad. Oh, I don't understand. Query, Cyrene?
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphoreus' dawn in the next life?
Key, door, story, happy. Peach, Cyrene, little fairy, like.
Ay,
Yes.
ay, 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 ay.
Right. Query, memory. Wah!
Ei, jetzt ist gerade komplett das Internet ausgefallen. Willst du mich verarschen? Oh mein Gott, was ist denn jetzt passiert?
And those ears. She was born to be the priest of time.
Cyrene has
Oh mein Gott.
pink hair, sharp ears.
You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every
Was passiert denn jetzt hier?
begins a beginning.
Cry, child. Cry aloud. Let your voice reach Oryx.
Irgendwie ist das Internet gerade abgekackt und hat den Stream beendet.
A girl, a priest.
Eieiei. Ja, keine Ahnung, was da gerade passiert ist. Eieieiei. Lernen.
Easy. I can. I learn. Anyway, I don't like tears.
Eieiei.
But the name Id Silizii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. Yet, you always seem so happy. As if nothing ever worried you.
Eieiei.
Cyrene doesn't
Wo ist eigentlich
like
meine Jacke?
tears.
Ich brauche mal ein Taschentuch.
Always happy.
Of course, because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Cyrene is gentle, likes beautiful things, can write stories. Easy. I can. I learn.
Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey.
But even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change. Like my height, Treebee's innocence, and Aglaya's.
Meine Größe, ja.
Cyrene. She can't grow up, but she can talk. After all is lost to the wind, she will stay behind. Cyrene is, at the end of every sentence, always laughing, like a little tail. Simple.
I promise you. The pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay?
Cyrene was crying when she was born. Fragile, transparent, like a crystal. Cyrene was smiling when she said goodbye. Soft, pink, like a flower. The later memories disappeared? Invisible? Or disappeared? Ah, I got it! Is this a blank space? So, next Cyrene is blank space. Then, as long as there are two Cyrenes, then there will always be blank space. And Peach will always be here. I see. I get it. I get it all.
Huh?
Cyrene's memories. I will preserve them all.
So weird. I can't see you, but I get this feeling that you grew up.
Hi. Miss me?
It just feels like you were a bit more mature.
Yes. Mature. Beautiful. Like you. Now, I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance also. I can tell stories. Storytelling is what makes Cyrene, Cyrene.
So, I'm going to tell you stories today. A story I wrote myself. Quick, sit down. It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The things you say are very cute. Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparkled with light. Like, how beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little fairy was curious and wanted to know, but it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower flawless. Round and round they went, seeing only their own reflection. In that case, they should work hard to learn more. So the little fairy came every day to sit next to the crystal flower and think about the answer. Until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken pieces. What could it be? They didn't know, but it was a good light. It was bright, warm, and happy. And I knew it was love. Love brings everything together. And it brought you and me together. So Peach and I will always be together. What a nice fairy tale. I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together. Okay, then I'll probably make a small adjustment to suit my tastes. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the ground. Then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart. Nor does the flower understand what love is. Doesn't have a heart? Doesn't understand love? Why? It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities, and would no longer be flawless. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off and bloomed in solitude. That's why it looks so brilliant in an imperfect world. But should a flower like this be called love? But then the story won't exist anymore. That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate and writing the ending of the story with the flower's own shattering. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground holds the reflection of their eyes. Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart, and the flower would finally understand what love is. Peach's words, I don't understand. Is it because I still don't understand love? But it's fine. I can learn. Right. Query Cyrene.
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me. What is love? What is love meant?
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093. Track lament.
That's not correct.
erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundation of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotion. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. That is an objective form of pattern recognition that does not distinguish between the self and the other. In a strange twist of fate, Thalia 093 embarked upon a different path and obtained a different power. The Remembrance, an empathy mechanism focused on the self and equipped with emotional projection capacities. Lament was the factor closest to this form of behavior. Perhaps that was why she was chosen.
The daughter of Ide Silicii. I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak, powerless, and only targeting myself. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you that it's the most romantic force in the world. Sometimes, it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle, yet wanting to be seen in a more beautiful form. By sometimes, it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting to remember the past in a more beautiful way.
Mal gucken, ob wir hier noch zum Ende kommen.
And sometimes, it's a bottomless well of hurt, a destruction that can stain the entire world. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling to become the Black Tide's vessel, for while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno, lament can drown out everything in muted silence. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not yet exist in this world, only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation, could stall the destruction steps. Then, it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories and writing them down in trepidation. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy, but only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its scars. My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe, in these unchanging retellings of the story, my lament might be able to touch upon the divine and reach their tender heart at some point. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear, warm and wet. And that tear would fall and create the first ripples. Then, people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that. It'll be all the remembrances within this story.
Oh mein Gott, ey, das ist so traurig gerade.
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphoreus was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him.
But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just now.
No.
Everything was false? But you're standing right here. It's all a dream? But I haven't learned how to dream.
Indeed. That's
why I believe all this is real. The moment the crystal flower fell, that genuine shiver, that's the mover of life.
Formatting progress 23.815%.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene would write down a beautiful new world with stars and flowers. And when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrance's pink. I believed that must be the color of dawn. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll study really hard about what you taught me today.
Right. I still haven't told you what love is. But actually, my good friend, the lament factor did not understand what love was before she met you either.
Oh my.
Not until I told you all the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them. That I love everything in this saga. The story comes, passes, then returns. It makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers and all falls to silence, there are still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, the light is coming in. The Deliverer's light is going to illuminate Amphoreus.
I still don't get it. But I trust Peach. Just wait. It'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet.
Then I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to gift my pen, my book, and my name to you. Please take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen name Cyrene the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling into a pond, dropped from the past to send ripples into the future. In the stories you will write, perhaps it'll be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined to fall. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that when the stars cast their gazes upon you, you'll only reply to them with love and a smile.
No.
Of course. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
White. Und weg war sie.
I'll read and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud, while you will depart and hold that final star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final page with her, and our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance, and they shall become the epic known as I've Written.
Oh.
And so my story ends.
Memi? Memi. Me? Mem.
Du bist ich, wer bist du? Liegt wachen, draußen kalt.
Mem.
Ich warm, ich mag Wärme.
So, the light that tore through the chaos illuminated my memories. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you. Yet, I forgot everything. But I'm still so happy. I caught that star, didn't I?
Also war diese erste Welle am Ende.
I'm sorry. I don't know. If I don't even want to believe in the answer, then how am I supposed to answer you? But now's not the time to cry, right? We'll find the answer, just like how miracles will eventually happen.
Cyrene oder Mem?
Do you remember that I was also worried about this when we first set out? Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart. It's all so strange, yet so familiar either way. Could you please let me do something I want? Just this once. I want you to call me Cyrene. That name represents me and her. Every one of her.
Okay.
Thank you, friend. Your kindness is always just right. Life is a poem full of farewells. But if you write something into the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now, all the footsteps of the Flame Chasers and the Trailblaze have come together within this book, as I've written. Becoming the source of power for Amphoreus' heart.
Du bist der Schlüssel, Eisengrab zu besiegen.
A lost heart needs to be placed back into its body. The last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning. For the two halves to rejoin, and for the scepter to become complete again. Then, and what happens after that? I don't know either. Maybe I can create a miracle, and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple, unable to change anything, and am devoured by the destruction. Either way, I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker, or a worshipped god at the end of this saga.
Du bist und bleibst ein Teil. Lass uns gemeinsam das Ende schreiben.
That way, I can also put aside all my worries and truly become Cyrene. The world has never been so quiet. It's so good. It's as if I can hear the sound of my heart beating.
My.
Remember this moment, friend.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of Amphoreus, only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against their other half. Iron Tomb.
Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express
Okay.
resonated with the contaminated
Reise.
scepter and attracted the naive demiurge to them.
Und so begann das leere Herz seine Reise zurück zu seinem
As an
Körper.
experimental factor, Philia 093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30 million sacrifices enabled her to complete an unprecedented feat. She managed to nourish a real heart. A heart with the capacity to influence the erudition.
Not only is the scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. Your defeat is already set in stone. There's still time to surrender, you know? You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end.
What a
Oh mein
pity.
Gott, das ist echt
When the
krasses
truth
Ende hier.
surfaced, I knew at once that the demiurge was far too feeble to ever alter the result of the experiment.
Oh,
Not only that, Madam Herta, please consider this. When 30 million cycles of hatred and lament are joined as one, what wondrous creation.
ich meine, da hat er ja recht. Aber
It's simple. An anti-creator.
ach, laber doch
A
nicht.
giant of the destruction would be born. Its hatred will ignite the starry skies of the gods, motivated only by its lament
Nein,
to the
nein, nein.
sufferings of humankind.
Nein.
Do you really think that the Demiurge is still a cheap copy of Philia 093, even after 30 million cycles?
The facts above only await the arrival of the fourth instant they calculated. Those words will be proved in the presence of Nus. Xandar 1 Kuwabara thus completes the proof.
Na, gar nichts hast
You
du
branded Troy's head
bewiesen.
as a failure with your own hands, yet you still expect them to prove your theory? I pity you, Xandar.
I don't need your pity. Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want and paint the future they imagined. As their creator, I shall complete my duty and direct them to complete their final query. The
Huh?
destruction of the self.
What hubris. And what if you fail?
No one understands failure better than Xandar. He has suffered
Ach,
so
Xandar,
much
hol doch.
already. What is one more failure to him? For the first genius, failure is simply the beginning of the next inquiry. You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man.
Ja,
That's
doch,
excellent.
machen wir.
Oh,
Let's wait and see, Senior Society member. I'll have you watch me perform the final step to overturn your proof.
Was?
I'm all ears.
It's my topic, so stay out of it. Be quiet and let me borrow your head. Let's go, Screwy. We're gonna break Iron Tomb's seal. Come on, let's take off. It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society member.
Hä? Oh Gott, das war gerade ziemlich lang und ziemlich viel. Aber es war auch so traurig, Leute, es war so traurig. Und, oh Gott, ich hab Pipi geweint. Ehrlich, ich konnte nicht reden. Mir sind keine Worte rausgekommen. Das war echt nicht mehr feierlich. Egal, auf jeden Fall. Könnte dann beim nächsten Mal noch trauriger werden. Mal schauen, wohin das führt.